because today is a big moment for our country. This is a big step, real change for our children and our future. Because today I can announce that the government will ban access to social media for all children under the age of 16.
What's up, amigos? Dictatorship in UK. That's exactly what's happening. It has nothing to do about the kids. Has everything to do about controlling the situation. Instead of closing the borders, he wants to ban kids from the social media. You may tell me, but Fabio, I don't want my kids to be in the internet. You are the father. You are the parents. You do whatever you want. You cannot give the authority to the government to tell how your kids or what your kids gonna do. This is an absurd. He's facing a situation, he's facing problem, criticism, and instead of fixing the problem, this pathetic politician, he's become a full-blown a dictatorship, and he's just closing the people, the access of the kids to the internet. Absurd. So let's talk about that. I am Fabio. Give your thumbs up. We are in the challenge to get to 10,000 subscribers. So help us to help you. And why we talk about UK? We are in US. Yes, the problem is Europe is like a lab. And if Trump had not won, that would be happening in America. I don't know if you realize, but America is the last standing free world in the world. There is no other country that is still free. America is the last. And if Trump had lost, we would be facing the same situation. Liars, hypocritical people saying they care about children, but they don't. I could say things here that YouTube don't want me to say, but look what they've done with kids. Do they really care about kids? Go to the commentary, let me know. Do they really care about kids? Let us go straight to the point. I want to go straight with this hypocrite. When Trump visited him, look what he said.
Free speech, that has long lived in this country, free speech. It's one of the founding values of the United Kingdom, and we protect it jealously and fiercely, and always will, and we will bear down on any limits on free speech.
It's pathetic to believe that someone in anywhere in Europe saying that they are fighting for free speech. It's very hard to believe. I wouldn't say the whole Europe. We have few countries that still fighting for that. Most, they have collapsed already. Look at this in UK, where he's saying.
Secretary of State, Home Secretary Criswell.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have repeatedly raised serious concerns with the government's Islamophobia definition. Now, South Wales Police has instructed staff to record anything that goes beyond, quote, legitimate discussion of Islam, even if there is no crime. This could then be disclosed on someone's DBS check. Police officers in South Wales will now have to decide what is or is not legitimate discussion of Islam. No other religion is treated that way in South Wales. This is completely wrong. Parliament has repealed rightly blasphemy laws. Criticising religion is part of free speech. So does the Home Secretary agree that this guidance is wrong and should be immediately scrapped? Let's try a simple yes or no.
Of course, she's not going to answer yes or no. Of course not. Because they are protecting what they are supposed to be banned, and they are banning what they're supposed to be protecting. So the white people now, people say white people privilege, is the opposite. There is no privilege being white. On the opposite, right now in UK, being white, the police go after you for the fact that you're right. Look what J.D. Vance said.
That friendship is based on shared values. You do not have shared values if you're jailing people for saying we should close down our border. You don't have shared values if you cancel elections because you don't like the result, and that happened in Romania. You do not have shared values if you're so afraid of your own people that you silence them.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening. It's a lab of dictatorship. It's a lab of power. It reminds us what happened during COVID. You know, it was an opportunity for the state, for the government to take control of the world, and they did. And they did. So let's go back to his pathetic speech.
Because today is a big moment for our country. This is a big step, real change for our children and our future. Because today I can announce that the government will ban access to social media for all children under the age of 16.
Remembering that they want people at 16 to vote. In some countries, in UK, you can vote when you're 16. I hope these kids at 16 think about it next time they vote.
Look, this is not something I do lightly, and I will not present it as cost-free, as if social media has brought no benefits to young people, because clearly that is wrong. But government is always about choices.
Government is always about taking control, taking your freedom of speech, taking your liberties. Government is always taking what's supposed to be yours and taking your money too.
And it's clear to me that a full ban is the right choice.
Is right choice for whom? Yeah, that's how Hitler used to think. That's how Mussolini used to think. That's how people in Russia thinks. That's how China thinks. That's how North Korea thinks.
Now, I come to it as a parent myself. I know exactly the fears that we all feel when we're thinking about this issue. You know, all I've ever wanted for my own children, hand on heart, is for them to be happy and for them to be safe. And I think that's what any parent wants. But I ask the question now, do we truly believe that social media creates a happy environment for our children?
It's safer and happier than to walk on the street of London right now because you're scared to close the border.
Do we truly believe that it's a place where they can feel safe?
Safer than walking in London. People getting stabbed. That's not going to happen in social media.
I don't think I even need to answer those questions, do I?
Yeah, you don't. You don't. You're such a pathetic. You don't. And then they ask for the kids. Look at this.
Just gives you an idea. I think it's pretty fair to say that most of these students there, 11 to 14, most are pretty disappointed with the ban. Let's just come over to you, Isabella. Tell me how you felt when you heard the Prime Minister say no more social media for you.
I didn't think it would actually happen. I kind of believed that he'd chicken out of it and give it more time or more consideration, but he seems pretty sure of it, and I'm not sure if I agree with him.
What are you most worried about?
Not being able to contact my friends. I don't know what will happen and how it will happen, or whether if there's some technicalities to what apps are restricted, but I use most of my social media to contact my parents and family.
I mean, I think it's worth reminding people, earlier we looked at screen time. What was your screen time over the weekend?
9 hours.
9 hours. So suddenly you're going to have a lot more time to fill. And what will you do?
Stare at a wall.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that it's happening in UK and it's happening in many places in Europe. As I've told you, United States is the only free country right now. We are the resistance. We are the only place in the world right now who stands free. And if it wasn't for Trump, we would be done as well. So may God bless you. May God bless America. See you next time.